Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Memphis, Tennessee and TPC Southwind, opening round coverage of the FedEx St. Jude Championship. This is going to be a compelling 4 days of golf. A lot of storylines to follow as we move through the weekend, and we take a look at the leaderboard here in round one. The leader right now is Adam Long. He's on the move early at 5 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer, we're going to get into position not just to play next week in round two, but to qualify for the Tour Championship. We get into the action here starting at the par 3 fourth. The FedEx Cup playoffs underway here at TPC Southwind, and Frank, our featured golfer, you'd have to think set up well to perhaps make a big splash.
It looks that way, and you know, we're in Memphis too, where things always heat up, one of the music capitals of the world, but you need to get into a rhythm. There's no two ways about that. You could probably get away with an average round, but a couple of those, and all of a sudden you slip down that list really quick. If there's a time of the year you want to run hot for 3 weeks, this is it.
Okay, safely aboard.
How we doing, Chad? How we doing, baby?
14 feet to the hole.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. This par 4 fifth at 485 yards is a good one. Just a little bit of a dog leg to the left. You want to avoid that big tree on the right and the 2 fairway bunkers lining the left side of the fairway as well. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Second shot coming now from just over 170 yards. Okay, center of the green, a good safe shot. This would be a big bonus if it went in, more than likely just trying to get this one close.
Oh, goddamn. Almost, chat. Almost, baby.
Oh, that nearly went in. That's a touch of class right there. Very good effort. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And he'll stay at 2 under. And that ball didn't take the dog leg. It's into the long bunker right of this 6th fairway.
More evidence. Shot out of the fairway bunker, always more difficult than one out of the fairway.
this from about 10 feet.
Here we go, baby.
It is a par here at the 6th, and he'll stay right where he is. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
128 yards to the front of the green. 133 the number, all the way to the flagstick. And the pin, it's in the front portion of the green.
Hey, sandwich maker, how's it going?
It might have been perhaps a little conservative, but right in the heart of the green.
That's going to scoot a foot or two by.
Yeah. My audio
That one
cord
finished off. It'll be a par here at 7.
isn't working right, and I can only hear sound coming out of one of my headphones from my headset, so Call of Duty was pretty hard to play. Technology, you know. Oh shit, I was not watching.
Boy, just far too strong with a tee shot there.
I was
This
not
one's a
watching the
flying
wind.
green. Looking back up from behind the green, a second to this par 3.
How are you doing tonight?
But those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap in is now going to be a grind.
Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll stay right where he is.
This is just a nice, relaxing, vibing game.
Hole on the course, the 457-yard par 4 ninth, long dog.
Don't get too pissed off in this one. I don't really get anyone to watch me play it, but
ideal drive is long and
it is what it is.
Solid, a good drive in the fairway. From the fairway, Iona, this his second.
Yeah, this is EA Sports PGA Tours, the Road to the Masters.
Oh, this could be good.
A little short, little left, but inside 10 feet, so even I can't really criticize that.
This would be a good way to finish off the front side. close to 2 under par. Our featured golfer in a good position.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's just I don't have to have a headset on to play it, so.
Just got to keep the leaders in check, though. Can't afford.
It works out. It works out.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From TPC Southwind in Memphis, Tennessee, live second-round coverage of the FedEx St. Jude Championship. But if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. Taylor Pendrith is your leader. He's at 6 under par. We get into the action here starting at the par 3 fourth. Boy, that wind really knocked that one down. Not even going to reach the green. A little short-sighted here. Left of the green for his second.
Yeah, baby. Look at that. Look at that.
Par 3, no problem. That is in from off the putting surface for an unlikely 2. Heading now to the 485-yard.
What up, John? Thanks for joining the TikTok. How we doing?
Large tree on the right. 10 to play off the tee.
Nora, thanks for joining the TikTok. How we doing? How we doing, TikTok?
Side of the fairway. And this a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine.
Smitty, thanks for joining the TikTok. How we doing, legend?
Well, no one better to assess this situation than Nota Begay III, who came through the Corn Ferry Tour to win twice as a rookie on the PGA Tour. And Nota, our featured player here in contention early. Now, granted, it's just a Friday, but you start to get the sense that some of that success in the lower levels, the amateur days, could pay big dividends here.
Yeah, if you just take a look at this player's pedigree, it's blue chip. Great success at the collegiate and amateur levels, but this is the PGA Tour. You've got to go out there, you've got to continue to press forward. Looking good early on the Friday, but we got a long way to go to the end.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, there's another one. Back-to-back birdies here at 4 and 5. And he'll move to 3 under here, just one shot off the lead. Coming now to the 445-yard par 4 sixth, another dog leg. This one to the left. Large spectator mounds lining the left side of the fairway, and bunkers on the right.
Ron K, thanks for joining the TikTok. How we doing?
I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect and a good result as well. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
122 is the number, and that pin, well, it's back left today.
Well, it's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
There we go, baby.
How about the run here at a third consecutive birdie? And that's going to move him to 6 under par.
Try to win the FedEx Cup. This is my own player I created, and I'm competing in a regular PGA Tour season.
Flush the second and maybe make a 3. If you do, you've hit some good shots.
Oh, shit.
Errant tee shot here, Rich, but you're going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
So now with the ball below his feet, got to be careful this doesn't go right. Well, Iona's had a good look. Now this for birdie.
Well, they often say it's the toughest putt in golf. There's not a lot to it. I think you can take dead aim.
Yeah, let's go.
Doubt. That one was tracking the entire way. It is in for a spectacular birdie. And that'll move him to 7 under par. On now to the 8th at 171 yards, a par 3. Bunkers, the main concern here. 3 of them, left, center, and right, protecting a green that tilts from back to front. Go. Solid shot, and sometimes
that's what I'm talking about, baby.
Will win the day. Now this for another birdie. There's another one. It's 5 birdies in a row. That's going to move him to...
That'll be it for that day. Now we go on to day 3.
So an action-packed first 2 rounds and a packed leaderboard as well, with our featured golfer in a share of the lead after day 2.
So we can't...
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Memphis, Tennessee and TPC Southwind, it's the 3rd round of the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Novelo is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Nota Begay III and Iona Stephen as we check the Saturday leaderboard. The Stanford man, Maverick McNeely, is our leader. He currently sits at 12 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer still within shouting distance, 5 shots off the pace. And
Damn it.
that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Second shot now, here at the par 3. Just 5 feet left. Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And he'll stay at 7 under. Arriving now at the tree-lined 15th, 395-yard par 4 dogleg to the left. Placement of the tee shot is crucial here with an approach shot over a creek to a well-bunkered green. That's going to be too much club. It runs right through the 15th fairway and into the rough. See what he can do with this one. His second at the 15th. Just want to avoid the flyer lie coming out of that rough. That's going to leave some work, but it'll end up okay.
Oh, fuck.
That had a pretty good line. Very close to going in. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th, and he'll remain right where he is. We begin our finishing stretch with the second and final par 5 at TPC Southwind, 530-yard, 16th hole. It is gettable into. Expect birdie here, and an eagle is definitely in the cards.
Shit.
No fairway here. This one in that rough.
Par 5s too. They're the ones you really want to make birdie on, but the second shot that's gone into that bunker. It's an awkward third.
What the fuck?
An awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
I fucked up this whole tournament now.
Yeah, look how quick that was. Very
Fucked up the
difficult
whole
to get
fucking
that to
thing.
stop, even out of the sand, and that race is right on by.
Fuck
Don't
you.
be short. Just another couple of turns, Frank. Okay, in for a bogey at 16. He's going to fall to 6 under par. The 17th is a beast at a full 505 yards. Just about everyone will wind up short of the creek with their drives, but there is water there to keep you honest. Then what's required is a long, accurate approach into this green that's surrounded by a total of 5 bunkers left and right. No issues here. That is into the fairway. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay the third.
Tough proposition with the second at the 17th, hitting off a slight downhill lie to an uphill green. Got to get elevation, but you got to keep it on line.
Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No, no chance. And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And he'll remain at 6 under par. We end our round here at TPC Southwind with a 453-yard par 4 18. Really picturesque finishing hole. Dogleg to the left, water on the left coming into play on those first 2 shots. You see a lot of blue standing on that tee box. That's a good drive here at 18. From the fairway, we check in with Nota.
The water looms large here with the second at the 18th. Got to carry the entire lake in order to find this green.
Oh no. That ball just had a mind of its own there. No way to get it to stop. And it winds up in the water. So with a shake of the head, he'll take his drop, and now with a stroke added for the penalty, this becomes his 4th to the par 4. Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. Nearly had it. Just going to wander a foot or so by. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And that's going to drop him back to 4 under par. Frank, this was supposed to be moving day for our featured golfer, but instead... EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From TPC Southwind in Memphis, it's the final round of the FedEx St. Jude Championship. What a week and weekend this has been so far. Everything you want in a golf tournament. By nightfall, we will have our winner. As you take a look at the current leaderboard on this Sunday afternoon, Cameron Young from Wake Forest is your leader. He's got it to 14 under par. So out to the action we go as we catch up with our golfer on the tee at the par 4 13th. He'll be factoring in this breeze in his face as he sets for a second.
Oh, that was dicey. Landed on the fringe, but oh, it's close now too, and a good birdie chance.
Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13. And he moves to 2 under for his round, 6 under for the tournament. Well, here we are at 14, and this is a hard hole, this par 3. It's 239 yards. It is a full carry over the water to that undulating green. You absolutely have to have your best shot right here. All right, you don't have to catch it on the middle of the face every time. That's on the middle of the dance floor, and a birdie putt coming up. Tell you what, lag putting, such an underrated part of the game, and that is well done there. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll stay right where he is. This 15th hole at 395 yards is not overly long, but there's plenty that catches your eye. Obviously, it's tree line, and then it moves to the left with that dog leg. So you have to put your shot in the right spot, and then that approach shot when you're coming over a creek and you can see all those bunkers guarding the green. This is a hole that demands clear thinking and accurate play.
Well, it's in the first cut. We know you can't spin the ball as much from the first cut. Still lying okay.
Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15. And he'll remain right where he is. Well, now the fun begins. Finishing stretch here at TPC Southwind. This is the final par 5, the 16th at 530 yards. Absolutely, it's reachable into. You would expect to make birdie here. Eagle is absolutely a strong possibility if you hit the proper shots. You get out of here with 5 or worse, you're a little bit disappointed. some big drives today. That might be the biggest of the bunch. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
Big tee shot off the tee at 16. Now have to try and squeeze the ball into a very narrow section of the front part of this green to get an eagle putt.
It is one of the more satisfying shots in golf, isn't it? Downwind to a par 5 the second, and then knock it on. Chance for eagle.
Certainly shortens up the par 5, that wind at your back, Rich, but you can just surf the wind. Just leave that ball carry and just sail towards the green.
What?
Oh boy, he had it right in the jaws, and it just wouldn't get there. Well played there. A birdie here at 16. And he will definitely not say no to that. The 17th here is a long one at 505 yards. This fairway is set to go creek running through it, and more danger lurks up near the green with 3 bunkers left and 2 more to the right.
We're going for it. We're going for the water clear, chat. Nope. Not gonna make it.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
Yes, he's left himself 140 yards to the flag. Wind coming from behind, so you'll need to be careful where you land it.
Ball was always heading a little bit right, but inside 10 feet, nothing wrong with that on this hole.
Yes, and good playing here toward the end of the round. Birdies at 16 and 17 will certainly help the cause. Well, we've seen through the years with tournaments here at TPC Southwind that a lot can happen here at this par 4 18. It's pretty to look at, it's harder to play, and you can make a mess if you're not careful and walk away really disappointed because of all that water that comes into play on not only the drive, but on the second shot. You see a lot of blue standing on that tee box. That's a good drive here at 18. From the fairway, let's go to Nota.
Ball in the fairway on the finishing hole is a great first step, but still got to take on the water and control your distance to take advantage of that tee shot.
A touch long, a touch left. But still, how good can you putt?
10-foot putt left. You betcha. Birdies at 16, 17, and 18 to wrap things up. And that means this will be a final round, 65. All right, Frank, for our featured golfer, it will not be a trip to the winner's circle here in Memphis, but they will get a visit to Delaware as they've qualified for round 2 of the playoffs.
Exactly right. They were walking in Memphis, Rich, but they'll be running to the BMW.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today from Olympia Fields, just south of downtown Chicago, it's live opening round coverage of the BMW Championship. This promises to be a fun 4 days, a lot of storylines to get to as we check out the early leaderboard. We've got a tie at the top at 3 under par.
Well, perfect drive, great position, good chance really to attack this flag. That second shot's going to be somewhere between 90 and 100 yards.
Now from just under 100 yards, he'll stare down his second.
It was a good strike. I could tell that by the sound as the ball came off the club face. That little bounce and check. Well done.
5 feet now for birdie. Yes, a good read. It's a birdie here at 5. On to the 6th here on this north course, and finally it's the first of our 4 par 3s, checking in at 187 yards. This hole is much more out in the open than the previous 6, but that also means that winds can sometimes play a bigger role here. Okay, that's going to end up right in the middle of the green. Goodness, that is too bad. That would have been a good birdie, but not to be. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. A par 4 awaits us here at the 7th, this one at 452 yards. This hole bends ever so slightly to the left and features bunkers left and right off the tee. The green narrows and rises toward the back and is protected by 2 deep front bunkers.
Itch.
And that one not straight enough. It's going to work its way into the bunker. So this his second now, trying to get this out cleanly.
So close. The strike wasn't too bad, just a little off line. And now, greenside bunker coming up.
Oh, the hands came through beautifully there. Good thump of the sand and a good chance to save par. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he'll remain at 1 under par. Long par 3s are becoming more in vogue in professional golf. We saw some long ones at the 2023 U.S. Open at the Los Angeles Country Club, and we find another here at the 251-yard 8th hole. The green slopes from back left to front right and is fronted by a quartet of bunkers. that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. This from 7 feet. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll stay right where he is. The closing hole on the front side here at Olympia Fields is the 472-yard par 4 9th. Bunkers are the name of the game here, with 3 hemming in the landing area and 4 more up near the green. This one starting a hair right.
Ball's back in the filler. I guess it's better to be lucky than good.
Wind coming from his right as he gets set for his second.
That's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
That one just going to sneak on by. Birdie butt, par is all he'll have to show for it. Final look at the opening round leaderboard. It shows our featured golfer just 2 back at day's end.
Makes that second round even more important, Rick.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, from just outside of Chicago at Olympia Fields Country Club, it's second-round coverage of the BMW Championship. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick. Maybe some frustrations taken out there after that last hole. That was a big swing, and it is going to be a big result. Well, no one better to assess this situation than Nota Begay III, who came through the Corn Ferry Tour to win twice as a rookie on the PGA Tour. And Nota, our featured player here in contention early. Now, granted, it's just a Friday, but you start to get the sense that some of that success in the lower levels, the amateur days, could pay big dividends here.
Yeah, if you just take a look at this player's pedigree, it's blue chip. Great success at the collegiate and amateur levels, but this is the PGA Tour. You've got to go out there. You've got to continue to press forward. Looking good early on the Friday, but we got a long way to go to the end.
Long par threes are becoming more in vogue in professional golf. We saw some long ones at the 2023 U.S. Open at the Los Angeles Country Club. And we find another here at the 251-yard 8th hole. The green slopes from back left to front right and is fronted by a quartet of bunkers. Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. Yeah, that'll do just fine. Had a pretty good run at that, and par should be pretty well within reach. Yeah, well done. That's in for par. And he'll stay a couple of shots off the lead. The closing hole on the front side here at Olympia Fields is the 472-yard par 4 9. Bunkers are the name of the game here, with 3 hemming in the landing area and 4 more up near the green.
Those trees are like brick walls today. Hit that and went straight down into the rough.
So from the rough, his second at 9.
That's an excellent strike, but perhaps in between clubs. Can't go long on this hole. So that ball just needed to release a little more, but still well positioned.
Yes, a good look at that one all the way in. It's a birdie. Push that score to 3 under for the round. The backside here at Olympia Fields begins with a par 4 10th at 444 yards. The best drive here will carry the left side bunker. If that's accomplished, it should leave a clear approach to an elevated green. This one starting up that left side. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Nota Begay III.
He's got 141 to the hole. Pin is in the far back portion of the screen.
That was a good strike. Took it straight at it, too. That one bounce and check. Well played.
A 5-footer now for birdie. Okay, well done. A couple of birdies here sandwiched around the turn at 9 and 10. And that's going to move him to 6 under par. The par 4 11th is a trickier hole than it might seem at first blush. From the tee, the landing area appears to be a wide one, but it does dogleg slightly to the left, which causes many players to run their tee shots through into the right side bunkers or rough. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Little bit of an awkward distance for this, his second. Okay, not particularly close, but a chance for the putter to do its thing. A long one coming up here for birdie. Oh, no problems at all. The pace perfect. It is in for birdie. And that is going to push him into the lead here on this Friday. So will this be the week that our featured golfer claims that first ever title? Frank, it's looking promising through 36 holes. EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today from Olympia Fields Country Club in the great state of Illinois, live third-round coverage of the BMW Championship. Well, if yesterday was any indication, we should be in for a memorable weekend of golf here as we take in the leaderboard on this Saturday. Cameron Young from Wake Forest is your leader. He's at 9 under. So let's get out to the course as we pick up the action starting at the par 4 11. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. So after a well-placed drive, this his second from short range. Well, obviously that's not his best, but it'll be quickly forgotten, Frank, if he's able to get out of here with his par.
Well, you might forget it. I won't. Far from his best.
Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and he'll remain at 4 under. Now to the 12th at 389 yards, a par 4. This is not a hole for the Bombers as Butterfield Creek bisects the fairway. It's also not one to be wayward on off the tee, as the tree canopies and trunks often force punch-outs and layups when shots stray from the fairway. So after the fortunate kick, his second to the par 4.
And that's a good approach shot too. Just a little left of the hole, but a good chance for birdie.
This will be a 14-foot putt here. Got it there, but not quite on target. That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And he'll remain right where he is. The 13th is a 168-yard par 3. It is the number 18 handicap, but that doesn't mean it's not without its share of peril. Bunkers protect the green short and right, while thick trees and bushes cause big problems for anything pulled offline to the left. And that one just gets knocked down by the breeze, and it'll wind up short of the green. Now a second to this par 3. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And he'll stay right where he is. The 14th is a difficult one, a par 4 at 450 yards. A tee shot from an elevated tee leads to a fairway in a valley 30 feet below. Any miss left brings trees into play. Any miss right could be worse, with Butterfield Creek snaking its way down the right side before crossing the fairway further up. Nothing to fault there, safely in the fairway. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, he's left himself 138 yards to the flag. And that wind, it's coming from right to left, so you might need to start this a little bit to the right-hand side.
I always looked inside that 15-feet circle. Anything inside that was going to be a good shot. So in my book, that's a good shot.
That's how you play this 14th hole. That's in for birdie. And he will definitely not say no to that. Well, without a doubt, a disappointing Saturday for our featured golfer. High expectations coming in, but it's an over par round, leaving him well back.
Rich, this is...
EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today from Olympia Fields just outside Chicago, live final round coverage of the BMW Championship. Well, we have already seen 3 scintillating, sometimes spectacular rounds of golf. By the time twilight comes calling later today, we will have a champion as we check the Sunday leaderboard. And the leader is Billy Horschel. He sits at 10 under par. We'll head out to the action at the par 3 13. Okay, that's on the green, but this carries well past the flagstick, so a long putt coming up. Gonna have to be a little careful with this one. It's for birdie. Oh, what a putt right there. The speed was spot on, but it's just a fraction offline, or that would have gone in. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par, and he'll stay at -3. The 14th is a difficult one, a par 4 at 450 yards. A tee shot from an elevated tee leads to a fairway in a valley 30 feet below. Any miss left brings trees into play. Any miss right could be worse, with Butterfield Creek snaking its way down the right side before crossing the fairway further up. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
143 yards left to the hole. Wind is helping from behind, so you can take a little less club.
And a good approach shot, just not quite as close as what you'd like, but still solid.
This one on the slow side as he'll try to get this one close. Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. That one finished off. It's in for par, and he'll remain right where he is. There are only 2 par 5s on this North course, the first and this one, the 15th. You know they're tough when this is the shorter of the two, and it still goes 606 yards. It's a gentle dogleg to the right, but players who hug the right side off the tee could very easily be... Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony, and a great result in the fairway. Going to take a big poke to get there, but a chance with his second to the par 5. That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5.
Two good shots on this par 5, leaves that simple little chip, and that was beautifully played.
And that one finished off. It's a birdie here at 15. And he'll move to 4 under. The final 3-hole stretch begins here at the par 3 16th. It's a long one at 215 yards. Butterfield Creek again makes an appearance short and right of the hole. But of greater concern, those bunkers short right and left. Going long leads to issues as well, as balls can wind up well below the putting surface. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Okay, that should be inside of 10 feet. Not too bad. From about 8 feet. Oh, no, I thought that was in for sure. Just a little jag right at the end, going to leave it on the lip. Okay, that in for a bogey at 16. He's going to slide backwards to 3 under par. On to the 17th now. It's a par 4 at 455 yards. The creek we saw at 16 continues up the right side of this fairway, though the lone bunker left is a more frequent obstacle. An uphill approach needs to be precise as 4 bunkers await just off the putting surface. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Second shot upcoming with that pin tucked in the front left.
That's a head scratcher. That approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
Tell you what, lag putting, such an underrated part of the game, and that is well done there. No problems there. That's par here at 17. And he'll stay right where he is. The closing hole here at Olympia Fields is a par 4 at a challenging 510 yards. This hole bends right to left, but those looking to gain an advantage can be blocked by trees on the left side of the driving area. The lone pond on the course seldom comes into play, but the tilt of the green towards the front left makes for some difficult final putts.
Nice drive right down the middle.
Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for a second into the wind. So maybe a nice way to finish up with a good approach here to the 18th and a good chance for birdie. Oh man, the speed was spot on. A good putt, but nothing to show for it. Okay, so that will wind up a par at the last. That'll be a final round score of 73. So Frank, this is one of those rare weeks where you could feel really good even when you haven't won the tournament. That's because our featured golfer has done enough here in Delaware to make it inside the top 30, head to East Lake in Atlanta for the Tour Championship next week. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Eastlake Golf Club in Atlanta, Georgia, it's the opening round of the Tour Championship. What might we have in store for us over the course of these next 4 days? We've got big names, we've got dark horses, we've got it all as we look at the leaderboard on this Thursday. Cameron Young from Wake Forest is your leader. He's got the round of the day at 12 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer looking to put it all together and win this Tour Championship.
Let's go! If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. I'm about to break this thing up. Let's go! Chop, 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 chop. Fuck, 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 fuck. Chop, 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 chop. Fuck, 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 fuck.
Yo, Racer, thanks for the resub, buddy. I appreciate it, legend. How you doing, big dog? How you doing? Just chilling? Alright. Yeah, me too.
Frank, you think about the hundreds of golfers who've teed it up in PGA Tour events this year. We're down to 30.
I'm debating on how much longer I'm gonna keep doing this stream and shit.
Top 10. It would be a surprise if they could make a run at it this weekend. But I mean, you have to be impressed.
Might just delete all my accounts. I don't know.
Made us look at this name and repeat it on many of occasions with a chance to win a tournament. I don't know. I probably didn't expect to see them play here, but why not just run it all the way in, surf this wave?
Be pleased with that one. On and two, par 5. Didn't fly it there.
Yeah, this is on PS5.
Everything he needed out of that shot. So after reaching this green in 2,
I don't know. I'm just sick of wasting all my time doing it. You know, I only get a couple people in here. I'm on here for hours and hours a night. Oh, not high enough.
From 4 feet for birdie. Okay, nicely played. That's in for birdie here at 6. Now to the 470-yard par 4-7. Picturesque hole with views of Eastlake and the...
Oh yeah, this game is a vibe. It's a fun game.
Tee shot. Yeah, that will get a little bit of run. That will be just fine. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay the third.
He's got 159 yards left, Swinging it great today. Would not surprise
I never
me if he
checked
stuck it close.
out golf. It's likely ps5 is a Call of Duty machine. You can play this on PS. This is what I'm on PS5 for this.
It was a good shot coming in here. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good and even money, really, to make birdie.
Yeah, well done. It's back-to-back birdies here on this front side. Down to the 8th here at East Lake. It's 461 yards. The premium here is on accuracy. You want to keep it away from those two fairway bunkers on the right side of that fairway landing area. If you do, you'll have a good approach.
I was playing COD earlier, but I was having some audio issues, so I said fuck it because I was getting pissed off.
It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. Second shot. Good look at the green. This one looks right on point.
Oh.
Well, Rich, I didn't expect this sort of fireworks here today, but already with some birdies on the card and another one here by the looks of things.
Oh, how about the run here? That a third consecutive birdie. Well, now we close out this front side with a 218-yard par 3 ninth, and depending on the conditions, you might see guys with
I appreciate you swinging in.
Iron.
I know it's not Call of Duty.
Right,
might not be the funnest thing to watch, but ow.
This will test the skill set here. It's his second. Boy, all the elements of his game have been in sync today. A terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
Disappointment there. That'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. So this 10th hole is all about positioning. It's a par 4 at 430 yards. You have a good chance at birdie if you can drive it down the left side of the fairway.
Yeah, it's not like super easy where you can just bomb it right away. Like, this is my own character I created, and I'm playing in online mode, trying to build up his skill levels and shit. I play in the PGA Tour with him.
Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that.
This is like towards the end. This is the last tournament of the year.
Kane cut back left here today as he stares down his second to the par 4.
"19 feet uphill." Yeah, baby.
It was a good strike. I could tell that by the sound as the ball came off the club face. That little bounce and check. Well done.
Chance now for another birdie. Well done there. It's a birdie to kick off the back nine. .203-yard par 3 11th. This one can jump up and bite you. If you miss-hit your shot, you're just a little bit offline. You can walk out of here with a bogey.
What the fuck? Oh no.
And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either.
That was a
Sitting
horrible
out in the
swing.
short grass. Now from a tight lie, this his second. Now a 7-footer. Okay, that's a good putt. It is in to save par. And it'll stay at -9.
Yeah, I don't think TikTok likes it. I haven't had one person put any comments or follows or anything tonight
Yeah, they might have to take the standing 8 though.
since I started playing this.
This can...
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Atlanta, Georgia, and fabled East Lake Golf Club, live second-round coverage of the Tour Championship. Well, if we see
I
more
know.
of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a
And
battle
like,
these next
no
3
one
days
from
as we show you
Juice's
the
chat
current
comes and
leaderboard
watches
here
me
on the
anymore. Doughboy does quite a bit. He's a goat.
I'll tell you what, that swing absolutely perfect.
And I've gotten so much better at the game since I've started streaming.
Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Steven.
133 the number. Pin front left so he can take dead aim.
Get in.
Oh, just the strike. The sound of it. And the ball does the rest. Great shot.
Should make this about 80% of the time. It's for birdie. Yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. And he's worked it to 9 under par. Arriving now at the 8th, a 461-yard par 4. Players must avoid the 2 fairway bunkers to the right of the fairway landing area to have a better shot at this large green. And that will be more.
Oh yeah, I've seen you in there, Racer, for sure.
Second shot forthcoming from the left side of this fairway.
Oh, I shorted it. God fucking damn it.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green
Come
light
back.
special, really. Come up considerably short.
Oh, it doesn't hurt to leave it short when you do that. Well done. That is a
Oh.
from off the green.
What a chip in, baby. What a chip in.
We finished the front nine with the 218-yard ninth. Depending on the conditions, players use anything from a fairway wood to a long iron on this challenging par 3. That one gonna wind up smack dab in the middle of the green. Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. This is well back there and into the hill.
Oh.
Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that
Almost,
one,
baby,
but got
almost.
it there. That's a pretty good effort. Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. Start the backside with a 430-yard par 4 10th. Birdies can be had if you can drive it down the left side of the fairway for a good shot at the green.
What the fuck did I do there?
Ah, that hit that tree hard and bounced straight into the rough.
So a poor
Well,
tee
this
shot at
sucks.
10, now his second.
Yeah, I must have looked at it wrong.
Well, I know I'm paid to talk, but there's not really much to say about that. Best to just move on to the next shot. And that'll do just fine.
Whatever, get out of here with a par,
9
hopefully.
feet here to the hole. Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And he's going to remain at 10 under.
Almost missed that.
Moving to the 203-yard par 3 11. Plays shorter than its yardage. Players must land on the green here.
I'm still waiting to get a hole in one.
Be in play. A very sensible play there, right in the middle of the green. We turn
Jesus
to Nota Begay the third for this look at birdie.
And this is a little bit of a slippery one. He's gonna have to exercise some caution. Slightly downhill with right to left action in it.
Oh,
Nah, that's not going to come back enough. That'll stay on the high side.
Yeah, he needed to play it out a little bit further, and he also needed to hit it just a little harder.
So that brushed in for par here at 11. And he'll stay a couple of shots off the lead. So for our featured golfer, Frank, they're in good position here for the weekend. Just a couple of shots back of our leader.
Basically, it's just birdie bogey.
got 2 more rounds left.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Eastlake Golf Club, live third-round coverage of the Tour Championship. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Nobilo is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Nota Begay the third and Iona Stephen as we check the Saturday leaderboard. Our leader here on Saturday is our featured golfer. He's got a 2-shot advantage here to begin play. We'll join the action on the tee at the par 3 11. Looking to splash this softly onto the green. Boy, that was on an aggressive line. Couldn't quite get it to stop, and that will be left for par. Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and this will stay a 1-shot lead. Now to the par 4 12. It's a good hole. It's a short one, just 381 yards. Maybe a fairway wood off the tee. It's all about positioning and giving yourself a chance to get at that hole location and get out of here with a birdie.
God fucking damn it, dude.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
Well, I want to know what Nota Begay the third has to say about this, because he won twice as a rookie on the PGA Tour. And Nota, we look at our featured player right here. You think about what must be running through that mind right now. It is Saturday, still a long ways to go. But what are you thinking when you look at that leaderboard and you see your name up there on top?
Well, you look at the leaderboard and you're like, wow, my name is really up there with some of the game's best. But you have to not get sucked into the distraction and get refocused on the task at hand, which is hitting the shot that's right in front of you, and continue to do that for the rest of the day until the last putt drops at 18.
Oh.
No missteps there. It is a par here at 12. And this will remain a 1-shot advantage. Up next, the 431-yard par 4 13th straightaway. 2 fairway bunkers on the right. Really the only concerns here off the tee. turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this, another fine tee shot. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Nota Begay the third.
151 yards to the hole. Pin is in the back right corner of this green.
That's a decent-sized green. It's not bad, just a little past the hole.
18 feet from the bottom of the cup. Are you kidding me?
What?
Looked like it was in.
Okay, safely in for par here at 13, and he's going to remain at minus 16. Arriving now at the 535-yard par 4 14. Like the first here at East Lake, this was shortened from par 5 to par 4 with a downslope on the fairway, though it makes it play a little shorter than its yardage. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway. This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze. Oh, would you expect anything less with the way things are going? Everything is dropping right now, even balls from off the green. Well, here we are after one long season, one round of golf to go for one enormous prize, the richest in the game. Frank? EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From East Lake Golf Club in Atlanta, Georgia, it's the final round of the Tour Championship. It is the great challenge that all these golfers face, trying to string 4 solid rounds together. As he gets set to begin play. Maybe some frustrations taken out there after that last hole. That was a big swing, and it is going to be a big result. Frank, it's been a fairy tale season for our featured golfer, and now it all comes down to this. Into this final round, the leader in the race for the Tour Championship and the FedEx Cup. What advice would you have on this very important Sunday?
You just want to say don't choke, really. I mean, if people choke for money, they choke for titles. I mean, this has got everything on the line. Your life's going to change. No two ways about it. I mean, somehow you can't afford to think of anything. You got to go back to when you were a kid. That's just, just hit one shot at a time. I know it's a cliche, but there is such a big moment just minutes away from you.
And how about that for a nice approach from way out? That one finds the green with a birdie putt on tap. Well, this is a big spot. Nota Begay III is familiar with this kind of position, having won twice as a rookie on the PGA Tour. How in the world did you not win Rookie of the Year honors that season? Carlos Franco at the age of 36 was Rookie of the Year, Nota?
Yeah, Carlos put together a great year, and Rich, don't worry, I don't think about it much, only every day that ends in Y. But you come out to the PGA Tour, you have to deal with an elevated type of pressure. Not everybody can handle it. You go out there, you do the best to process, stick to your strategies, and try and execute for as long as possible.
Carlos, by the way, did have the superior mustache. As for our featured golfer, just curious what you think of the body language so far, because you're well aware, Nota, no matter how many tournaments you've won in the junior ranks or as an amateur in college, and you won your share alongside a certain TW at Stanford, this is a different kind of pressure, isn't it?
Yeah, and you can certainly look at a player's body language and get a sense of just what their mindset is headed into that particular hole or set of holes. And in this particular instance, they're trying to process a different kind of pressure, the highest kind of pressure, PGA Tour pressure.
So now the start of this finishing stretch here at East Lake. This a par 4, the 16th is 444 yards, just a little bit of a dog leg to the left. You have to stay away from that fairway bunker on the right. 2 good shots, and you'll have a chance for a good 3. He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
150 yards to the hole, coming off back-to-back birdies. Great chance to make it 3 in a row.
And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
That didn't need much more, but it does come up just about a foot short. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16. And the lead's gonna stay at 3. Up next, the 426-yard par 4 17. Dogleg left with bunkers and trees on the left. Cutting the corner there is not an option. Showing no signs of a let-up here. This tournament seemingly under control, as that's in the fairway here at 17. So not a whole lot left to go here as he'll set up his second for this par 4. That's going to leave some work, but it'll end up okay. He'll have 17 feet on this putt. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. problems there. That's a par here at 17. And this will stay a two-shot lead with one hole to play. This is the final hole of the season on the PGA Tour. All that FedEx Cup drama comes to a head. The 18th at Eastlake, 579 yards of par 5. And you have a chance here with two good shots to finish it all off with an eagle 3. All right, in the fairway. That's it. Two solid shots right there.
What up, Wilder?
Certainly
I
taking
appreciate
advantage
the
of this
like,
par
buddy.
5, comfortably on for 2.
Knock this one in, and that will have been a perfectly played hole with two superb shots to this point. Oh, yes. What a finish. A birdie would have been nice. This is even better. An eagle at 18. And now it is
We
a
win the
two-shot
Tour
cushion
Championship,
as we
baby.
wait to see what unfolds behind. That wraps up another round here at Eastlake Golf Club. And for all of us here at EA Sports, this is Rich Lerner with Frank Novelo saying, until next time.
Alright, chat, that's gonna do it for me. Y'all have a good night. Pretty dead tonight. Haven't had anyone in TikTok say a word, so I'm gonna shut her down for the night. Peace out, everybody. Much love.